to That Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome to That Wrestling Podcast. Greatly exaggerated my demise from last week. Brian left us.
Brian has left us.
Yeah, I was shoot upset for about 30 seconds, and then I realized it was a New Day thing.
Tell the whole story.
Yeah, tell the whole story.
You texted after the
show.
Yes, start with that.
Brian, after the show was done recording, Brian texted us at like 11 o'clock. We'll just say it was 11. Nobody responded. I saw it. I didn't respond. And then the next morning,
I responded.
I wake up to a screenshot, and it says, it was a screenshot of what the show title was. He goes, "Oh, now I know why nobody responded."
You're close. You're close. Yeah, it was after I knew that you guys were done recording, and I texted, how was the show? Best show ever? Because I'm trying to lift you guys up in my absence. And yeah, Joe, you wrote back something.
If I'm on it, how could it be the best show ever?
Okay, fair enough. So the next morning I wake up and the podcast title is Brian left us, and I was like, you sons of bitches. Like, I am trying to root for you guys. I hope it was a great show. How good? And I'm like, look how you did me dirty.
I didn't want to make you feel bad because I knew exactly what we were talking about the whole night. And then it's like, Brian, how was the show? Best whatever. It's like, oh crap, we dogged him.
Yeah. Well, now
you know what? Kevin left us.
Yeah. You think people on this podcast, but it's all good. And yes, I'm as the Eric Bischoff theme song says, I'm back. I'm better than ever. And the title, I promise, won't be Kevin left us. I don't think he's coming on. We're leaving it up to possibilities, but probably not. So you got myself, Jason, and Joe.
Was Bischoff's first WWE theme Back in Black by AC/DC?
Yeah, whoa.
I feel like it was for one time only.
Yeah,
when he came out
the first time,
first time. Yeah, it might have been
AC/DC.
Yeah, I'd have to completely check that, but I don't think. I think you're right on that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But we got a lot to talk about. We got some fun wrestling on Saturday night, and no, I'm not talking about Collision. No, I'm not talking about WWE PLE, of course. Saturday night's main event is back. This has been, in the works for a little while, and it goes down Saturday night, and there's a lot of hype for this, guys, and I've been feeling the hype. Jason, you shared how Jesse Ventura was on the Bill Simmons podcast. Yeah. I got to listen to that.
Thought it was really good. It totally changed my opinion of what it's going to be, because you texted earlier, Jesse's going to be on commentary, and I'm like, fuck that. Come watch my show on YouTube. It'll be better. I listened to Ventura on Bill Simmons' podcast, and my tune has changed. I don't think he's going to be on commentary every match. He's not that knowledgeable of the product. There is no way he is that knowledgeable of the product. But they're really laying into this throwback, vintage, like retro event, which I think is going to be cool. So I don't know. I just my attitude has changed. I won't be able to watch live because I have my own show to commentate, but I think it's going to be good, and I can't wait to talk about some of the. I have a hot take that I told Greg today, and he lost his mind because he thought it was so awesome. So we'll have to wait.
I was like, "What'll happen during the show?" Okay, but yeah, that's what Jesse talked about on the podcast about how they really, first off, it's the original building, the Nassau Coliseum from the first Saturday night's main event. So just some cool, symmetry with that, and how the look and feel is going to be like how it was back in the day. We got Jesse. The other day, too, they had like a little Triple H teaser video with Cody of like what's in the kind of briefcase thing. Rumors of the Winged Eagle title belt back for one night only. So they're really going all out, Joe. What's your kind of anticipation level going into this?
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. If they really wanted to go like complete, like old school, it would be on at 11:30 Eastern. But that's okay.
Yeah,
I'm old. I don't need to be up that late. But I love how they're using social media still as a tool to promote this as well. And the Triple H Cody opening up the case glows like Pulp Fiction. He has that smirk on his face because, you know, he said, well, I want to bring back the winged eagle. And Triple H is like, you get it, one night only. So they never said it, but we know it's coming.
I've seen the jokes on social media of, they do the screenshot of that glowing briefcase, and then the next picture is like the gloves of Stardust.
That's funny.
One night only.
One night only.
Awesome. That might be better than my hot take that I told Greg today. Oof.
Well, hopefully yours has a better chance of happening. I don't see Stardust taking on Kevin Owens on Saturday night. But yeah, I think they've really built this up pretty good. I'm excited to see it go down. And I think that, on top of it, just with the look and feel and bringing Jesse Ventura back, it's a really pretty damn cool card. We got, I think, 4 or 5 matches. Of course, Kevin, 5 matches now. Yeah, they added, I think, one, right? Kevin Owens and Cody, Sammy and Drew, yes. And we got Gunther, Finn Balor, and Damian Priest, Liv Morgan, and Io Sky, and then whatever after SmackDown, the United States Women's Championship Tournament championship match between Bayley, Chelsea, Meechin, and Tiffany Stratton. So looking at that card, guys, is there anything that stands out? Any hot takes, bold predictions with that one, Jay, on how these are going to go?
Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
Record tape machines are rolling. We're going to get it down.
If this is a retro throwback kind of night, we're going to recreate what happened on November 25th, 1989. Kevin Owens will win the world title and then destroy it like Mr. Perfect did on Saturday night's main event.
So he'll destroy the winged eagle.
Yes.
Oh.
Because Cody wanted to bring it back. And he doesn't care what Cody wants. He doesn't care what his car interviews have been so good. And so when I told Greg that today, he's like, "Oh my God, I hope it happens."
I saw that clip.
I apologize to Greg's wife because she apparently has come into the room when I've said the most wrestling things on this podcast in recent weeks. So sorry, Allison. Sorry.
I saw that clip earlier this week there of I think it was Mr. Perfect taking a hammer to the winged eagle. So that would be, you talk about bringing it back.
I assumed you were going to say something else.
Oh, what did you think?
I assumed there was going to be a twin referee.
Oh, no.
That was the other thing.
That happened on Saturday night's main event too.
There's 2 Jessica cars.
Yeah, I know, really. I think Gunther does lose the title because he's been kind of flat as champ. Now, I don't know if it'll be Finn or Priest. I would love it to be Finn, but I think more likely if there is going to be a change, it'll be Priest. He's on another level right now. And a lot of people were thinking that Chelsea Green was going to win whatever title she's in that tournament for, and then that was going to bring Zack Ryder back. But Zack Ryder is going to be on Collision.
That's right.
Right.
We'll talk about him a little later on. Yeah.
So Zack Ryder. But Saturday night's main event, I'm excited for it. A lot of people are wondering what other wrestlers are going to be there. You guys have any thoughts on who you would want to see? Maybe versus who's actually going to be there? Because I feel like the actual people are people we see all the time.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping they don't bring back a lot of, because then it will turn into a retro Raw episode.
Old school Raw, yeah.
I like the fact that they're giving, like, Saturday night's main event, they're giving an homage to the event, but keeping it with the current talent.
Okay.
I'd rather have that. Like, I want the red, white, and blue ropes.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
I want the red, white, and blue ropes. I want the, everything like it was. I want the Saturday night's main event curtain up rafters.
Yeah.
I want that.
But
I don't really think we need the old school guys. If we do, have them at ringside to give a wave.
Okay.
It's tough because I'm already, you asked that great question, and in my head, I'm like, Oh, he's dead. He's dead. He's
Exactly.
dead. I was like, Junkyard. Oh, can't do him. Mr. No, can't. The
You can do
no.
you can do the $1 Million Man.
Let's stop. $1 Million
You can
Man.
do
I was thinking
Hogan.
IRS.
We always do that. They always
Yeah.
Right.
So
I've got three.
hopefully there's a couple that could maybe,
I've got
be in the front row.
acts that I want to see.
Okay.
Wendy Richter with Cyndi Lauper
Yeah, that's great.
to push for the Hall of Fame because Cyndi Lauper needs to be in the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
2, Hillbilly Jim.
Oh no! Don't let him talk.
He hasn't come around.
No,
much.
don't let him talk.
Yeah.
Don't let him talk, but
His speech is still going on.
Yeah.
And this one, probably like a 0.0001 chance of happening. Demolition.
Yeah. That would be. I mean, those would all the three of those are great choices.
And
Love that.
the fun thing about Saturday night's main event, I don't even remember, they would always put the main event on first. Hulk Hogan would always wrestle first on Saturday night's main event. There's no way they're going to put the main event, a title match first. They're not going to put Cody and KO first. You don't think, would you?
No, I think that speaks to what Joe said. Like, if you wanted to keep it authentic, you play it at 11:30 at night. So that makes sense. I'm like, yeah, you're putting Hogan on before. I don't know how long those shows were. Were they an hour?
90 minutes because
90 minutes.
Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, so
2 hours, and then probably with something on, Peacock after.
Yeah, a little post show maybe. But Joe, your thoughts on the matches itself and any like bold predictions or something you really want to see?
I think it's a better setup than Survivor Series.
Yeah,
This is a really good PLE, and we're getting it on NBC, 8:00 Saturday night. I'm down. Any bold predictions? I don't want to see Gunther lose, but I gotta agree with Jason. He's probably going to be the one champion who does. But I'd really like to see Liv Morgan lose to Io Sky. I want Rhea and Liv to be done.
Mm-hmm.
And that way Rhea can go against
win the title
against Io.
No,
not against Liv. I want one of those two to enter the transfer portal and be away from each other for a couple years. It's been too long. It's been too long. It's been going on since what? February? It's time.
Yeah.
I kind of felt that way about, I didn't get to talk about Survivor Series since I was off last week. When Finn attacked Priest during Survivor Series, I did kind of groan like, oh no.
But they took a break.
I know, but I just they haven't been far apart enough and had different feuds enough to make me want to see this back. So yeah, that's kind of how I felt, probably similar to how you feel about Liv and Rhea.
So do we see Finn win?
I'm okay with that.
Damian wins at Royal Rumble?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I'm
okay with that. I think you need a title change to make this show, get us talking about it. And listen, I would love to see Kevin Owens win. Like, Cody won at Mania. Not every champion, in this case Cody, has to have a reign like Roman Reigns of years and years and not losing, and maybe only on WrestleMania do you think he has a chance to lose. We joked about it, when it was Cody and AJ Styles at Backlash. It's like, well, Cody's not losing after a month of just finishing his story. I feel like it's been enough time. And yeah, what better way to make a big impression of, hey, these Saturday night main event shows, something you need to tune in. Have Kevin Owens win. Cody will win it again. He can win it at the Rumble or the next. They're doing another Saturday night's main event in January. I saw they're doing another one. So, I don't care. It doesn't have to be the longest reign ever, but yeah, let's get unpredictable in that sense, man. And Kevin Owens, like you said, Jay, I love all his promo work, everything. There's definitely a thread of common sense Drew going on with Kevin Owens and Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins are like in the common sense
common sense
aura universe. But all three of those guys come up with these lines that you're like, That makes sense. He's right.
And if
That's
there
kind of
was
what I'm
ever
looking
a
to see.
T-shirt for our Kevin to buy, it's the Kevin was right shirt, and he could walk around his house with that.
Kevin
Why
is
has he
right.
not bought that yet?
Yeah, that's a good. That's a great question. Well, maybe under his Christmas tree for a couple of weeks, but
Kevin was right. It's like, see, honey,
yeah, that's good stuff. Well,
Oh
cool.
yeah. Damn it! I should have got him that for.
see, that's the reason I
Yeah.
bought the Samoa Joe shirt because it said Joe. I'm like, well, I gotta buy that.
That's yes, also appropriate. Yeah. Oh, cool, guys. We're all excited. That's going to be great. And what do you mention? Yeah, Joe, the transfer window. The
Portal.
window. It's
Transfer
not
portal window.
right, right. So it's not just a thing for college football anymore. It's for the WWE. It's a cool idea, I think, because it's really designed for the debut of Raw on Netflix and kind of just keeping it fresh that way.
Well,
So
it's actually the draft replacement because the transfer portal is such a big deal in college football. WWE is just trying to latch onto that as much as possible.
sure, yeah, no, it is. So yeah, who already threw out a transfer idea? Was that you, Jay?
Oh, I don't know.
Somebody already said one. Like, I want to see
Joe-
so and so.
Joe brought
Joe, I
up
think that
the
was
portal.
you.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah.
wants to see Liv go to the portal
Okay.
or Rhea. No, they're on separate shows, aren't they? No, they're both on Raw. Never mind.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've got a couple.
Go for it.
This one isn't like crazy, but let's put Legado del Fantasma back on NXT. They're kind of like a lower rung SmackDown group. And freaking Santos Escobar is really good. And they could
An argument for the top theme song, entrance theme song.
yeah. Dun, 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 yeah.
The reason I like them on SmackDown or Raw or whatever, again, I don't know who is where, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I like that they have it. It's basically like gang wars, essentially, but I think you send them to NXT if Penta and Phoenix do show up in WWE.
Oh, yeah.
But I want Penta and Phoenix far away from Rey Mysterio.
I know.
Like that is something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like do you put them with the Gato del Fantasma? Like, what do you do? Like you just keep them alone.
Keep them
You
their
let
own
them be two
thing.
badass motherfuckers from the barrio.
Exactly, I agree. Like that, I hate when they do that. They
Well
just
said,
basically-
SA.
Yeah.
feel like we got a Cypress Hill concert coming out here. I'll just send it in. This
Get
is
all
great.
that money from the masks they're gonna sell
Yeah.
and the merch that AEW refused to make masks until hologram came around and now he's hurt. Yeah, just let them be two badass motherfuckers, man. It would be so kick ass.
Yeah. I got two more. LA Knight going to Raw. I think that just makes sense,
Needs
for
to
the
happen.
fresh start. He seemed like he's getting mixed up with the bloodline again, and Nakamura's still floating around. Let's get him to maybe a different direction there. And, I don't know if this is going to matter to you, Jay, but how about putting the Wyatt Six on SmackDown? Let's get them to, like I said, maybe it doesn't matter to you, but
Well,
yeah, just another like different area for them to play in.
I forgot they were on the roster. It's been so long since they've been on TV.
No, they just wrestled on Monday. They were
No,
the
but-
first
I mean,
match of
but
Raw.
Prior to that,
Okay.
I forgot Harper was in WWE.
Oh yeah, you did say that on the text. Yes.
I forgot they were on the roster.
Yeah.
And it's weird that they're just standing on the rope waiting for the tag. I mean, it's the weirdest
Yeah.
thing ever. Now, I like that they've ditched the masks for the most part. Maybe Uncle Howdy and IRS will have a segment on Saturday Night.
That could
Kinda know
be.
each other.
Yeah. That could be. I don't know. I think that has more disaster than great success. Pointed out. But you never know.
For me, I would like to see Grayson Waller and Theory separately go to Raw. I think they're on SmackDown now.
Yep.
I was gonna say Obafemi to the main roster, but he's got a match coming up with Trick, which is amazing that they have kept Trick and Oba on like opposite ends of the planet.
Mhm.
Because this is like Thanos and Hulk. Brian, you won't get that reference. Joe will.
No, I got it.
It's these two fucking monsters, man, both kicking ass on their own side of the world, and then they're coming together. So the segment we got on NXT this week was great, and they're gonna do that match at New Year's Evil, I think is what they've got.
Yeah.
Man, Shawn Michaels did a killer job booking that, keeping those two apart for so long, and now they don't have a choice. And I think it's a pretty safe bet that the loser will go to the main roster.
That certainly would make sense. Yeah, love that Oba was kind of off TV for a little while and then became the surprise entrance during the Iron Survivor Challenge and ended up winning. And it's like, yeah, this is a guy who's just so entertaining to watch. He's so good. So,
I can't really think of any other ones I don't want to get my phone out, but there was, I think they teased Carmelo Hayes going to Raw.
Yeah, he's kind of
SmackDown last week. Get him away from Andrade. Like, I love Andrade, but separate those two. And
did the American Made team like officially come over? I know Chad Gable fought Cody. I didn't know if that was like, okay, this is the first one, or it was just like a tease of what's to come.
I don't know if Gable was. It was a great match, but I don't know if that was the first transfer portal.
Yeah. This is when I was thinking.
He didn't say it was official.
Okay.
It was just like a tease. Because I don't know if you noticed on Monday, because now we have to be on the lookout of this. Tiffy was talking to Adam Pearce in the corner when I think the New Day were walking down the hall. We were focused on them, but in the corner you saw the briefcase and the backside. So I think they're just like saying anyone's available.
Okay.
Yeah. On that note, too, when I was trying to think of mine, our tape machines are rolling because I'm going to say what I was saying. It's going to be used for future things. I didn't touch the women.
Right in character. Good
yeah,
job.
I couldn't think of I don't know, because I think because of this, we got a U.S. tournament, we got an IC tournament. There's just things happening that I don't really see, like so-and-so's not involved.
Right.
Move them over. So. Yeah,
I mean, realistically, no. I mean, you could. I mean, I feel like Chelsea and Piper have been on both shows.
Yeah,
I feel like
they just moved.
Been on both shows recently.
Has Natty been on both shows? I couldn't even say and get it out. Natty's been on every show 10,000 times and back.
I know she was on something this week. Maybe Raw. Maybe she was.
She was on Raw. She dissed the New Day as well.
Yeah, she was on a backstage.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. I mean, I don't really think they've given a format to it. Like this week is the portal, the window.
Well, I think every week leading up to like the next 4 weeks leading up to SmackDown, or 3 weeks or whatever it is, that's the. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
This is how you're going to get Cody to Raw. This is how you're going to get Priest or Fowler.
Cody stays on SmackDown.
No way.
Cody stays on SmackDown. Roman goes to Raw.
No.
Then Bloodline on Raw and Bloodline on SmackDown. We'll have Bloodlines on two different shows.
I mean,
I'm down
since
for that.
Survivor Series, I'm not feeling anything for the new Bloodline. I'm not feeling anything for the old Bloodline either, but Jacob Fatu, he's the only thing worth feeling anything for right now. But
that's weird too, because we got Bronson who busted his ankle, surgery. Tonga Loa tore his bicep. And Jimmy broke a toe. So, probably the next immediate plans are, I'm guessing, on hold for a while they heal up.
You know what's crazy? I am 48 years old. I've never broken a bone.
That is crazy.
No casts ever.
Did you ever see that movie Unbreakable with Bruce Willis and Mr. Glass with
I have not.
Samuel Jackson?
Samuel Jackson. That could be you. That's kind of like comic book related, right, Joe? Sorta.
That's the closest thing you've come to a comic movie. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow,
I'm surprised you haven't seen that, Jay. I've seen that. All right, look it up. Unbreakable.
Look it up. Yeah, it's only been out for 24 years.
It's all right. There's still time. 24. He said he's 48. It's only half his life that it's been out.
Half
so.
my lifespan.
Yeah, plenty of time. All right, Monday Night Raw. You mentioned it, Joe, or one of you guys, Natty in the hallway. People saying, "Oh, naughty, naughty, New Day," and boy, did they get some Dominic level heat. I don't know if either of you guys would want to apologize to me for my take of that it should have been the main event on Raw. Because look at the reaction to what happened. What do you mean, though? Did you see how the crowd reacted on Monday? They couldn't get a word out.
Now,
was it piped in?
No, it wasn't piped in. No.
I don't think so.
You're questioning yourself now, Brian.
I'm not questioning. You brought up the question. I didn't question that.
Well, Brian,
that was shoot heat. No way. No way.
I don't know.
Brian, it did not need to be the main event because it got people fumed for the rest of the show last week or 2 weeks ago. Last week, it was the final segment before the main event. So congratulations. People start to, it built up the suspense there. And now
you played yourself.
And we're still waiting for next week. Yeah, we
are still waiting, you're right.
Yeah, basically, they reinvented themselves. Thankfully, 10 years of pancakes and trombones. No.
Last week, after the show, you said something that I wish you would have said on the show. But now that we're here, Juan, do you remember what I'm talking
about? The kids?
No.
Oh.
How can we think he's a heel if he's still playing video games on Up, Up, Down, Down?
Correct.
I thought that was a very great take, and I was surprised you said it.
Yeah, well, it was after the show, so when the camera's off, all of a sudden I'm a genius.
That's true, but let's get into that. So, they're these bad guys. It wasn't the first time he had used a camcorder or a camera.
Oh, I know. I think technically that was Brad Maddox who might have used the camcorder, but that's neither here nor there. Shout out to Brad Maddox. How do you do it?
I mean, we all know it's wrestling and it's a work and it's pre-planned, but if I don't know, I feel like he would be the one to just go balls out heel on his channel.
Yeah, that's a good call.
You should. And I also said too that they've been around for 10 years. 10 years ago, their fans were little kids. Now they're cynical adults. Yeah. They need a New Day. Kind of like Hulk Hogan was the say your prayers and everything and turned into Hollywood and reinvented himself. That's their audience. What they're doing is going to work. And they're going to be like the top heel team in all of WWE, if not all of wrestling, because they know they're professionals. They know how to play this. And they tried Kofi as a heel once, and it didn't really work because I don't think he was fully into it. But now he's at the end of his career as well, and it's like, you know what? Do it up. You can't be smiley, happy-go-lucky anymore.
No, you cannot.
So you can't and this is going to be Xavier Woods' moment to get his single push because he's the one who's carrying this heel day.
I wondered if they were going to change the name and not be like, this week we're not New Day. New Day's dead.
Maybe
New Day died.
Keep it New Day.
Well, this sounds like they are. At least for last week, there was no, there's nothing that happened that would have been different for it. So, but I wondered that. We're gonna go on a cold break.
I hope Kofi goes back to his Jamaican roots.
No, you don't.
That's what I hope. Heel Jamaican.
That clip always pops up on wrestling Twitter of him dropping the accent for the first time and Triple H calling him out.
What happened to your accent?
Yeah, I got a problem. Wrestling's the best, man.
I mean, it's good. Yeah. I wonder if there was any piped in. That's a real question. I don't know if there was all in-house audio, but I wonder if maybe there was some piped in heel reaction.
Maybe you'll have to, if you have a hypothetical contact at WWE, Jason, maybe you can hypothetically text him or her and see what him or her has to say about that. We'll have to say. All right.
I'm due for a it's still real to me. Damn it, question for that contact I may or may not have.
Yeah, I think that's more than
I
fair.
told you.
Look at that sticker. I remember that.
So
Thanks,
just
Joe.
the two questions that I have asked him or her,
Jim,
and I get you're like, what the hell is wrong with you? Is Bianca's braid real? Because I thought it was
that's a
real.
classic.
And the last one was, is Sammy gonna do a comedy show in Saudi?
yes.
Almost.
Wasn't I with you with the Bianca question?
Was it
I think you asked that at
No, it wasn't
Payback.
Payback. It was at SummerSlam in Nashville.
Okay.
Okay, and I was with you with that too because it's I was sitting with you at the seat at that moment. But I remember
the other two went to get beers. And
yes, and I remember you
Keith
asking that
or
question, and
person might have come up.
I was embarrassed to know you when you said that out loud. I'm like,
no, my
dude.
reasoning made sense. For years, that braid was perfect. It was never frayed. Like there were no loose hairs coming off of it. And then finally, it started to fray. That's what made me think it was real.
Yeah.
Now the Sammy one, that was you just being a smartass.
Well, yeah, and I got I may have gotten a response that says, sometimes I wonder how old you are with your that I may or may not have gotten. So,
well, that's all right. You know, we know better not to ask about women's hair too much, but
you know,
it's a good question at the time. The other thing from note, we had kind of separate interview promo segments with CM Punk and Seth Rollins, of course. Punk, you know, they love blurring the lines, all this, but basically Punk saying that, you know, Seth, he's done everything I did, just not as good. Seth is second string, and the starter's back in the game. And of course, Seth saying things of like, the only reason you're back in WWE is because you failed at everything else, and you ripped on WWE the entire time. What do you guys think of this, Joe, about, you know, when you saw their line of thinking, was there one of them that you were like, he's right?
Yeah, Seth.
Okay.
I looked at him as being right. I looked at CM Punk as being right in his mind. So I don't agree with him, but in his mind, he's telling the truth. While Seth is one I agree more with, and he's not lying. For the past 11 years or the 10 years that he was gone, yes, he did make it his job to rip on WWE, and then he burned every bridge and had to go back because the money was right. But it's like, but I agree with Punk too, because in his mind, he's telling the truth. So that's what makes it good. There's no heel in this one.
Yeah.
Because you agree with both of them.
Common Sense Seth
Yeah,
is my new favorite common sense wrestler. We talked about Drew McIntyre the whole time about Punk.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, you know, rinse, repeat, you know, do the same thing. And I think this one will be just as good as what the Drew rivalry was. Now, I don't want him to stretch this shit out to Mania. Give me a match at the Rumble. Give me a match at January Saturday night's main event if there is one. Like, I need it to happen soon.
Jay, yeah, you're leading into that. The rumor I read was they're going to put it on the debut Raw Netflix show.
Okay.
So I imagine you're thinking that's a good spot for it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty damn big. I mean, this was penciled in for Mania Night 1, and now we're giving it away on the first Raw Netflix, but I get it. They're going to load it up.
The ultimate goal for CM Punk, because he's pointing to the imaginary sign or the Saturday Night's main event banner that I'm hoping is up, is main eventing WrestleMania. Is Seth Punk without a title a main event match at WrestleMania?
I think last year, yes, because
of the hatred.
Yeah. Well, I just think because of the timing of holy shit, CM Punk is back and here we go. But now he's been around and he's done his feud with Drew and did War Games. I think I lean toward you said, Jay, about like we can't be waiting until WrestleMania. They could still fight at WrestleMania. I don't see it being a headlining match based on where we are now. It's just we got too much time until mid-April.
Right.
So how does Punk main event? Does he have to win the Rumble?
If he wins the Rumble, is that the favor with Paul Heyman somehow?
I think he wins the Elimination Chamber.
Eliminate, yeah. And he mentioned that. He's like, I got ways to do this. So, yeah.
What do you think the favor is? We told our ideas last week.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see it being
Ice cream bars.
Does it have anything to do with Curtis Axel?
It should.
Is Ryback part of the equation?
It absolutely should. Yeah, I don't have anything great to add to what you guys did last week, and I don't see the avenue of like Paul gives him the title shot. It's like, well, he doesn't have the authority to do that, so I don't really have a great.
And no one has a title that he manages
Yeah.
or advocates for.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it only seems to make sense to be like he gets him in a match, but I don't know how that happens. So
Right.
All right, but yeah, I'm down for that being on the Netflix, and we've got more wrestling content on the way in early 2025. A&E, of course, they've been doing a whole bunch of different shows with the A&E channel for a couple 3-4 years now, I'd say, and they announced earlier this week the new in-ring competition series WWE LFG, and that stands for Legends and Future Greats. Reading up on it, it doesn't sound altogether too different from Tough Enough. I'm sure there'll be some different aspects to it, but that's the general stretches. We're going to put in these people who are new to the business, and we have legends like, Bubba Ray Dudley, and I think Booker T is a part of it, of course.
Did it say if these are the ID wrestlers?
No, it doesn't. I have the press release now.
No,
yeah,
I just
Triple
wonder
H
if
is their
they're
Taker, Sean. Yeah. It looks at the rigorous training process. They mentor a new generation in weekly matches on their quest to become the next WWE superstar. And that's really it. So there's no mention of the ID. I think that'd be cool. I'd be more interested if it did have the ID wrestlers involved in it. We'll see if it does.
What this sounds like to me is like a version of American Idol.
Yeah.
You get these new people involved and you train them to have a match. And then I imagine if whoever, maybe the match is between the bottom two every week, and that's how you get eliminated. Or
this is like the original NXT.
No, I don't know, because the original NXT was, they did have matches in that one.
They had matches, and they had the mentors, and then they had like the eliminations, and
hopefully
they had those wacky competitions though.
No obstacle course on FLG.
Yeah, obstacle courses, and yeah.
I mean, this also could be like Hulk Hogan's Celebrity Wrestling. Remember when he had that show on CNBC?
Oh my God, I forgot about
Willis
that.
from Different Strokes and Screech. And assorted other celebrities trained to become wrestlers.
That's taking it back. But that was my thing too. When I saw this, I was just like, do we really need this? We have NXT. There's NXT Level Up. There's the ID program. It's like we're really trying to get more of like reach for your dreams wrestlers.
I mean, NXT itself. NXT Level Up, like you said.
Yeah.
Main event. There's speed.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's tough for me to find
Hidden Treasures.
That's the
only show that they need to make on that. Hidden Treasures was the best show. And AJ Francis was the best fucking host. And they just pissed it all away.
Yeah. I don't think it's coming back. The press release talked about WWE's Rivals will be back, which I think they do a good job with those.
Rivals was good, but like I don't need a biography on Obafemi. Like I don't need that by the Legends biography series. I don't need it on like.
Yeah,
Kaylani Parker, Kaylani, whatever her name
Jordan,
is. Yeah, like don't need that. Don't need all those types of shows.
Yeah. Joe, do you need this LFG show? What do you think?
No, but he needs hidden treasures. That's what he needs.
I don't need this LFG
He's got
show
a lot of
because
treasures.
I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't it's like the first season of NXT mixed with Tough Enough.
Well, there's a show on the Roku
and it was
channel.
It was only one and done. It's not like it's coming back.
Yeah, because it was during the WrestleMania tryouts.
Right. So, like, they also have, like, if I want to go back to see the behind the scenes stuff of Legends and Future and everything like that, I'll watch Behind the Mat again as well. Or Beyond the Mat. Beyond the Mat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just found my DVD copy of Beyond the Mat.
I went to the show to see that.
So did I.
Opening weekend.
I went to the Maxi Saver, which was this $2 movie theater where new movies went after like 3 weeks in the big time.
Right.
Theater.
That's great.
$2.
They don't have that no more, do they?
I paid full price at an AMC.
Now.
Oh.
Maxi Saver now is a luxury theater. Where I went and saw Taylor Swift's concert movie that came out last year.
Oh, yeah, she was on my Spotify Wrapped.
Number 1.
Thanks to my girls. Yeah.
And if you're listening on Friday, it's her birthday.
It was fun. You do the Wrapped, and they have like the artist thank you videos, and so I did get to impress my girls and be like, "Look what Taylor sent me."
That's funny.
Thanks so much for listening to my music. And I really wish they could do the editing of the names and personalize it.
Thanks so
AI
much,
could
Brian.
do it. Yeah, exactly. Thanks so much for listening to my music, Brian.
Brian.
Yeah.
Hey kids,
Next year.
Why you listen to Mr. Black?
Spotify, get your shit together.
Next year, come on. They have a whole.
We had a big year. We had a big year on Spotify. We talked about that.
Yes, yeah, that was amazing to see those numbers. All right. Does anybody have a spot of the week? I threw this out here 2 weeks ago. Everybody, podcasts. Everybody's got the match of the week or the show of the week. I want to bring this to be a regular thing. If you had a spot of the week. And Jason, you went to, your indie show that you went to last week. Maybe there's something there that you can throw out. Doesn't matter. The spot of the week that made you went, holy shit, this was great. I've got one of you
for this because I wish I'd have known about this like before Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah.
The artist formerly known as Elias.
Yeah.
Laid out Hardway Sam Holloway at IWC. The show on this past Saturday laid him out with a guitar shot. It was
nice.
Insane.
Yeah. Nice. My spot of the week go back to NXT Deadline. And this would be, this person will probably unofficially have spot of the week every week that she wrestles. Jason, your girl Sol Ruka.
Sol Ruka.
When she hits that soul stature, oh my God. And I won't pick her every week because that's unfair, but she's like the unofficial champion of this. But she hit back to back. Number one, she hit 2 people at the same time with it. But the one that gets the crown for me was that Ren Sinclair comes out of the penalty box, and as she's walking into the ring, Sol timed it that like as soon as she stepped through the ropes, came down with the stuff.
I didn't see it, but
awesome.
It
was amazing. Like the timing of that, so good, and it's such an impressive move. So that's qualifies as my spot of the week. Yeah. And Joe, you don't have one?
Well, I'll just say one real quick. It's not like a great spot. It's just more proof that Chelsea will do anything to advance a story. Bianca throwing Piper on top of Chelsea on SmackDown. Like, she's just such a pro. That's why I'm such a huge fan of her, and which I hope she wins the U.S. title Saturday, but in another way, I kind of don't want her to win it because I want to see her still doing more to make the title win bigger. Like, I think she should win her first title at Mania, not on Saturday night's main event.
Tend to agree. I mean, she's just so over.
I'd like to see her win the Women's Rumble and just be annoying for 4 months going into WrestleMania.
I like it. I like that a lot. Yeah,
I think she's earned it. But yeah, her taking another bump like that and selling it, I'm a fan.
Yeah,
obviously.
Love it. Love it. All right, I'm gonna try to do a generally quick recap of
God
this.
damn, Joe, that is a big ass mug.
It's just it's the
Off the
same one I
clock
use
right
every
now.
week.
I've never seen it until right now.
Wow. Okay.
He's usually busy insulting you that he hasn't
Yeah, you're
noticed
too
your
busy yelling
giant
at me.
beer.
I'm
Look,
I'm cool. I'm good, man.
yeah, it's been a good week. We're positive. This AEW GCW stuff. I'm gonna try to sum this all up. So, of course, we've all known like where has Ricky Starks been? He's been gone, and then he showed up at GCW, and I was like, oh, cool. Well, then like a couple days later, comes out that he was pulled from GCW by Tony Khan. GCW wrestler Effie said some disparaging comments about Tony and his dad Shad. So, okay, we're pulling you from there. And then Ricky Starks was going to fight Matt Cardona at GCW. Well, then lo and behold, last week, Matt Cardona shows up to fight Chris Jericho at Ring of Honor at their show at the Hammerstein Ballroom, which is where GCW's running their big show in like a month. And then there's also rumors, too, of Willie Mack, who appears on AEW and Ring of Honor. He was going to be in GCW. They pulled him as well. It's all over the board. I don't even know how to make sense of it all. But when you hear this, what are your thoughts, Jay?
Okay, I'll start at the end. Willie Mack.
Yeah.
What I'm hearing and reading, he said he was pulled. When GCW contacted AEW, they said, we didn't pull him. He just doesn't want to work there. Whatever's true, don't know about
So
that.
now it's a he said, she said thing.
The Ricky Starks, Matt Cardona situation, the work.
Okay.
Work.
Okay.
I have Cardona, I can't believe I'm saying this, beat Jericho for the Ring of Honor title. And then you have Ricky Starks win the Ring of Honor title at GCW, at Hammerstein.
Yeah. That's cool. That's a creative idea because that's blurring everything that we're talking about.
And I don't know if Willie Mack plays into that at all.
Yeah, right.
But no, that I think it's all work. I think it's all orchestrated.
Joe, your reaction to that or any other thoughts you have? I see where Jay's going with it.
No, I think that makes the most sense too. It's like because man, it's like I'm still like thinking 2025 Cardona's going to be going back to WWE, but like with this whole Ring of Honor thing, it's like maybe not. But now I'm thinking maybe this is how he leaves GCW, having AEW, and then moves on. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but it's getting more eyes on the prize, and that's really all that matters.
I mean,
we're talking about we're talking about Ring of Honor right now.
And having the internet champion on an internet only show, I guess, makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody that has Honor Club.
No. No idea. Yeah.
Is it a .net?
It's .c.
Who knows? And last week when he showed up, Cardona that is, and got like holy shit chants and stuff, and I'm like, hey Tony Khan, look what you got here. You're putting him on the show that no one's watching. We're all watching it on wrestling Twitter.
Well, they filmed that after Dynamite, right?
Right, exactly.
Okay, just so you know that.
Yeah, no, they don't have their own separate taping, I don't think, most times. So if it is a work, great.
Gotcha.
Great. Yeah, I love it. I don't know
Well,
if it is or not.
You think GCW is real. I mean, you thought Cardona was going to get stabbed by a pizza.
Yes, that's true.
Ago.
That's true. Guilty as charged there. That was that's me. I said that. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see if you're right. I don't know. Tony Khan is a guy that the internet. Thank you, Jeff. That the internet loves to hate. So, and it was like, where's Ricky Starks? I saw a clip today. I'm presuming from Dynamite yesterday. There's a girl, probably, let's say like 11, 12, maybe not quite a teenager. And the arena was basically empty. Maybe she got in on like a pre-show VIP thing. And she had a sign and said, Tony, can you sign my sign? You know what the sign said? "We want Ricky."
Nice. Oh,
And
I saw that sign. Yeah.
Tony hemmed and hawed. It was like, I'll sign the back of it. It's like, what is going on here? Just make it make sense, man.
You know what, guys?
Oh, geez.
Hey, Cody. Yes. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking, Brian. It's
Even without Kevin here?
I'm bummed. Kevin isn't here.
That's
That
his favorite.
sucks.
Yeah.
I am waiting to see what he sends me for the Christmas gift exchange for the show.
Oh, that's right. You're
I'm
part
excited
of
to see
that.
what all of you have sent me, but Kevin the most. Look, Tony Khan is the greatest. The greatest. The greatest.
Here we go again.
Why?
Yes, he is.
Oh, good.
I'm
good
Tony
argument.
Todd. I gotta go. Bye.
Short and sweet and to the point. I love it. As a man with conviction there, that Coney. All right. We'll keep an eye on all that. Before we say goodbye, this I thought was really cool. I saw this first on Corey Graves' Twitter. Wednesday was 10 years to the day of NXT TakeOver Revolution. It's like R-Evolution. And that was Corey's very first commentary gig. And I looked into the show, and I've got the out of the United States WWE network, and they happen to be showing it. So I started watching it, and I looked at the card, and I was just like, holy shit, look at this card. So we had Corey, who makes the announcement in the pre-show with Renee. Renee's there doing the pre-show, and he's almost in tears saying that I've got concussions, but WWE's afforded me this opportunity. Now look at him now, man. It's amazing. So I want to give you guys a look back at the show, the card, and kind of look at it where are they now and your thoughts on this. So the commentary team for the actual show was Rich Brennan. Really don't remember him much at all. I saw him and I was like, okay, kind of. Alex Riley.
Okay.
It's like, oh yeah, he did commentary. And then Corey. And then the very first match, this was the debut of Kevin Owens.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember who his opponent was, guys?
CJ Parker.
CJ Parker, who is now
Robinson.
Juice Robinson. It's like, oh my God, that's a pretty damn cool match now here 10 years
Owens
later.
got his nose broken in the match.
He did. Yeah, I watched that and I was like, oh my God, he got busted up. That's so cool.
Yep. Owens bleeds in his first match, and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. We have match number 2, the Lucha Dragons, which was Kalisto and Sin Cara.
Oh God, I forgot about that.
Lucha.
I thought they were Lucha House Party.
They were the Dragons at this
They
point.
became House Party later.
I think, yeah. They got some more.
They evolved.
Yeah.
The cocoon.
They defeated the Vaudevillains.
Okay.
Aiden English and Simon Gosh. Aiden English is what Matthew Reinholt, I believe, is the pronunciation, who does commentary for TNA with Tom Hannafin. So we had that. Baron Corbin, and this is long hair, lone wolf Baron Corbin. He faced Ty Dillinger.
Spirit.
Not even perfect 10 Ty Dillinger.
Oh, okay.
This is just him coming out smiling, flexing his muscles. He's literally flexing his pecs. It's very unlike Shawn Spears. And Corbin won in 41 seconds.
Wow.
So check that out. So yeah, how funny. Now, Dillinger, off to AEW. He's back. Corbin just leaving WWE. The fourth match, the Ascension, which was Connor and Victor.
Yep.
And they faced Finn Balor and Hideo Itami, which was Kenta. Right. And this was the debut of Finn Balor doing the Demon.
Oh,
and
wow.
And Jay,
Wow.
I remember you texted me about this because I don't think we were watching this live. And you said you got to watch this entrance from this guy. And so,
I do remember that now. I was
and that happens, and I kept watching it last night because I'm like, if this is what I remember, the fans, and I'll put this on our socials, after the entrance is done and the match gets underway, the fans start chanting, and this is at the Full Sail, right? The real small Full Sail. The fans start chanting, marking out, marking out. I don't know if I've ever heard that chant again. So good. So I will put that on our socials for my bootleg phone video. So they won. They beat the Ascension. Charlotte versus Sasha Banks.
Wow.
I know, right?
Just an afterthought.
Yeah. They Charlotte defended the championship. She won with.
Was she the boss yet?
She was, and her like protege was Becky Lynch.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah, like Becky was like in the back. Like,
was she doing the jig?
She was just like smiling Becky, like
Oh,
so
yeah.
weird. Man.
Wait, she was with Sasha or she was with Charlotte?
She was with Sasha. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had no recollection of that at all.
I don't either. I might have to go find that one.
Yeah, but yeah,
That's
so
cool.
yeah, so yeah, but yeah, she is the boss. She's wearing a Charlotte shirt, which was like probably Charlotte's first shirt. It was blue with like white script. And
Yeah.
she has like tape over it that's like, do it like a boss. Yeah, because the shirt says, do it with flair.
Yes.
And she put tape over it
Do it
and
with
do
the
it like
boss.
a boss. Wow. That's so fun.
That's my favorite type of heel
shirt.
Wear the good guy shirt that you're about to fight.
Cross out.
The old Shane McMahon.
It's so good.
I
It's so
love it.
good.
I love it.
And your main event was Adrian Neville, who of course is Pac, and he defended the NXT Championship against Sami Zayn. Sami wins the title. And you guys probably remember the very end. Kevin Owens and Sami have a hug in the ring, and Kevin Owens turns on him and power bombs him into the apron. Fucking awesome.
It's really weird. The only time Kevin Owens ever turned on a best friend was
His debut.
Was his debut?
Yeah.
No, it was a sign of
Never
things
again.
to come. Never happened
again.
again, especially on Sami Zayn.
Yeah. Yeah. So man, yeah, guys, if you know, we all have busy lives, but hopefully we have some time off for the holidays. If you want to pull something up, I mean, it's a fun watch. It's 6 matches, one of them is 41 seconds, and again, it's a hell of a.
Well, those things.
Wow, what are they doing
2
now?
hours anyway, so
It's probably 2 hours. Yeah.
fast,
So,
and with if it's on the network, it'll be commercial free.
yeah, check it out. Check it out. So cool. All right, that'll do it for this week. Oh, quick programming note. As we come to the end of the year, I want to make sure we get out that. So next week, we will have another regular show. We'll talk about Saturday night's main event and everything else. The following week, the Jason...
My favorite show of the
Yeah.
year. I have to defend my World Gift Giving Championship. I believe this is the 3rd year in a row.
Must be, yeah.
Yeah, it
The
was
Christmas episode. Christmas gift
Christmas-
episode.
which we talk a little wrestling, but it's more about the gift exchange
Yeah.
and wrestling Christmas stuff. My favorite show of the year. And then after that, the following week is Brian's favorite show of the year.
Yes, the year-end awards, better known as the TWPs, the That Wrestling Podcast, TWP TWPs. So we will have our nominees, and we go through it and give our prestigious awards.
So throughout
for
the
the
year,
end of
have you just like kept a running document of like cool shit?
I didn't do it as much this year, but I know last year there was a time in July that I was like, best matches, best breakout. I started. This one I started probably about a month ago. And I hope to get you guys, because what I do, little peek behind the curtain, I send to the boys just, hey, you can obviously vote for whoever you want, but here's a list of X amount of people that I think are at least in the conversation. And then the boys send me their votes and we tally them up. But it's tough to, when it's December 10th and you're going, what was the AEW pay-per-view on January 9th? It's a little hard back to go and find out what that was and what was really good.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's the next 3 weeks. And then let me check the calendar. Is there any chance you guys do a Saturday night's main event post show if it's like super badass? I don't know what you guys have going on, but
I've got planned day drinking, it looks like. So I'm
better.
probably out, unfortunately. I'd
Even
love to,
better.
but yeah, that's true. That's true. But not going to completely rule it out.
Okay, so December 26th is the Christmas show. January 3rd is the
Twippies.
Whippies.
Yeah.
Should
Well,
we
and we'll keep people
plan-
on socials, but
Should we plan for a Raw Netflix post show, like a 20, 30-minute thing? Should we kind of put that in pencil, the calendar?
Probably a good idea. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, you think it'll be 3 hours? It'll be late, but
It'll be late, but whatever.
It's going to be big. Yeah, maybe just a quick 20-minute thing. Yeah, 20, 30 minutes. We could maybe knock something out. Man, Magic 8 Boys. Wow, never mind. I'm not even going to say it because I can't talk.
Your Magic 8 Ball says it's time to end
this. It
you
certainly
can't
is.
even put a sentence together.
Yeah, I got this far somehow without it. YouTube.com/That Wrestling Podcast. At That WrestlePod is the social media, and whatamaneuver.net for all your merchandise needs. Enjoy Saturday night's main event. Hey, Collision probably on too. Enjoy that if you're watching that. And as always, enjoy wrestling. We will talk to you next week.
I'm coming for you, boy. I'm coming hard.
Thanks for listening. Follow That WrestlePod on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube.
1, 2, 3. That's it.